Good morning and welcome aboard. Jump on my wagon. Excuse my appearance. It is wet and cold and yucky just in general outside today. And I'm doing laundry and this is as good as it gets. And that's okay sometimes. It is. That's okay. Or we're going to talk about something that happened to me over the weekend where I had to really use my own words that I offer to you. I had to use them and practice what you preach, so to speak, to fight off the depression for something that happened. And then also we're going to talk about the exercise that I promised you we would talk about. So again, jump on my wagon, welcome aboard, and I look forward to getting to know you. Good morning. It is 11:45 on Monday morning. I have had a wild ride weekend. Just to give you, I want to do these vlogs every day. Unfortunately, or if not unfortunately, just it is what it is. I'm in an area of Alaska right now where the internet sucks, and it literally takes me hours to upload my little 10-minute videos. I can't even imagine if I tried to upload like some of these 30-minute long videos that people have. So I'm trying to keep them right around 10 minutes or less. So I wanted to reach out on Saturday, but right now weekends just are not realistic for me. They will be after I go back what we call down below in the 48 contiguous United States. So I'll be leaving here on September 30th and going to my mom's in Tulsa, and then I'll have good internet again, and then I'll be there for about 4 days. I land on Sunday morning on October 1st, and I'll probably be there through Thursday, leave out Thursday morning. And then I'll be going to Naples, Florida, and then at that time I can start doing videos on the weekends. So I'm trying to do this every day. I'm sure I'll miss a day here or there, but I'm trying to do this every day because you have to stay on top of yourself if you want to grow and you want to change your life. There's an expression that I use as my signature on almost everything, and it goes something to the effect of, how can your world change if first you don't change? So people so many times keep reaching out for changes in their lives, but they don't do the things that they personally have to do to make changes. And I am emphatic about making these changes in my life and taking control of my life. So I want to stay on top of this and do this daily. That is my goal, that I can do this daily with a realistic skip here and there, but not a lazy skip here and there. That's the difference. Okay, so what happened over the weekend? I suffer from more situational depression than clinical depression, although sometimes I don't know what the difference is at this point in my life, because I read that you have to be depressed at least 2 weeks before they will diagnose you with clinical depression at all. And I guess that's where you're depressed for no definable reason. Which I think is BS. We all have a reason. We may or may not know it, but we all have a reason. Mine technically is more situational. Unfortunately, the situation has been lasting for 26 years. And it's something outside of me that I cannot control, but that directly affects me. So I'm doing my best to do this vlog without mentioning names or relationships. And that's going to be difficult at times, but I don't want to embarrass someone else. I don't want to, quite frankly, I don't want to argue with other people. Their truth may not be my truth may not be their truth, and I accept that. While I don't agree with their truth, it's their truth, and I accept that that's what they believe for whatever reason. So I'm going to try to explain what's going on in my life without revealing things that are not my place to reveal about other people. So I have someone very, very close to me that is attached to me until the day I die. And I'm not willing to put this person out of my life. Even though under any other circumstances, if this were a friend or obviously a stranger, I'd cut him off just like that. This person has been just giving me a fit for 26 years. He tends to blame everybody else for everything, and while I'm not a perfect person, I did not do 3/4 of the things that he thinks I did. And I have been there for this person absolutely every single time he's asked me to be there, big or little. And it's come to a point where I have to back away, because now I'm at a point where I'm just enabling this person to not stand on his own 2 feet. So what happens? About 2 or 3 weeks ago, he got mad at me because he disagreed with my truth, and instead of talking it out, he cussed me out and carried on and had a fit, which I'm used to. But then he blocked me from the phone, blocked me from Facebook, blocked me from everything. And really, really hurt me, not hurt my feelings, hurt me, devastated me, and threw me into a deeper depression again. So now he unblocked me because he needed my help again. And I have the money to help him 100%. I absolutely have the money, but it would hurt me. And in the past, I would have just done it. I would have figured it out later. I would have given him every cent that he asked for, and I would have let it hurt my immediate life, but I would have figured it out. I would have gone without. I would have worked a second job to make that money back up. I would have done whatever I had to do. But this time I said no. I did help him a little bit. I gave him half the money that he wanted because that wouldn't financially devastate me. I gave him half of the money, and he never said thank you. He didn't throw a fit because I didn't give him all the money, but he never said thank you. And then he proceeded to be gnarly with me again and talk about what a bad person I am. And I'm not a bad person. So for the first time in 26 years, and he's older than this, but it's been going on for 26 years. So for the first time in 26 years, I cut him off first. He was ranting, and I just blocked him in the middle of his rant. I don't even know what he finished saying. I don't want to know because I know it'll just hurt me. So Saturday, I really struggled with not sinking and not being, not going into those dark places. I really struggled with that. And I didn't, though. I had things to do on Saturday, and I did them happily. And I was very sad and depressed inside, but I didn't allow myself to bring everybody else around me down. And it was a struggle, and I'm sure I did not fully succeed as much as I would have wanted to, but seeing as this is the first time I've ever done this, I think I did pretty well. So sometimes you just have to do it. Sometimes, no matter what the relationship is, no matter how close that family tie is or that bond that you wish so badly that you have, sometimes you still have to walk away. And this is going to devastate me for a long, long time. An absolutely long time. Now, push comes to shove, this person can still find me. We share family. This person can still find me. But as you know, I've locked other people out of my life, and this is a person I never thought I would. But I had to for my own sanity. I had to for my own sake. I have been unhappy for 26 years, and I'm 55 years old now, and I've gone without for 26 years, and I've lived a very tight financial life because of constantly helping, and I just can't do it anymore. I have to own it, and I have to, after last Thursday when I sunk to the bottom, it's time I start watching out for me. This person is well into middle-agedhood. and it's time he seeks help for himself mentally, and it's time that he figures it out, because I just can't do it anymore. So what I did, I went and did some running around with my sister, and I honestly don't remember what we did that day. Oh, we went shopping. I think we went to Walmart, went to Safeway, simple things like that. And I took care of business, and I did what I had to do. And then when we came back, she went golfing. I'm not a golfer. She went golfing, and I stayed here at the house. And excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm trying really hard not to be sick. I stayed here at the house, and I got on the treadmill, and I just walked it off. I walked it off, and I walked on that treadmill for about 30 minutes. And that's one of the things I want to talk to you about today, exercise. And I'm going to go over my 10 minutes, but I think this is important. It was important for me to get out to you that my life is not all rosy. And I wish I could tell you who this person was so that you would know how devastating this is for me. But I can't. I won't. But anyway, but I wanted to also talk to you about exercise and how exercise is a part of feeling better. Now, I told you I need to lose about 10 pounds, which for a lot of people is not a lot. And I know that it's not. I'm not being unrealistic. I don't think, oh my God, I'm so fat. But I need to lose about 10 pounds. 15 would be awesome, out of this world, but I'd be thrilled with 10 pounds. And I needed to lose about 20, and I've lost about 10 of it. I actually lost 18 of it, and then my life went to shit again, and I gained, actually I didn't, I'm trying to do math in my head right now. I needed to lose more than 20 pounds. But anyway, I lost 18 pounds. I needed to lose about 25 pounds. I lost 18 pounds. I've gained 4 of it back not since Saturday, in the last 2 weeks. I've gained 4 of it back for a lot of different reasons. But I tend to eat out of stress, and so I have to work on that. And actually, when I get back to Florida, I'm considering joining Overeaters Anonymous, because they deal with the psychological why you eat when you're depressed or anxious or whatever. Whereas Weight Watchers, I think they do a wonderful, wonderful job, and so does Jenny Craig and Nutrisystem and all those places. But I've been to those, and they don't talk about the psychology of why you eat. So that's what I want. So a friend of mine did Overeaters Anonymous and had great success. So, and I know a lot of it, just like AA and different things, it depends what group you're in. And I've looked it up in the area that I'm going to be living in Florida, and there's 4 different groups going on during the week. I don't know if it's the same people running them, but I will visit all 4 groups and see which one works best for me. Okay, back to exercise. Exercise builds endorphins. Endorphins makes you feel better, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. Those of us who don't exercise have to force ourselves to exercise. And one thing that I've noticed that people do, like I said in an earlier video, we tend to jump in gung-ho, and we do it 2 or 3 days, and we're exhausted and our body hurts, and we just don't want to do it, so we don't. And what I have found works best for me is, excuse me, is to start out really tiny, start out baby steps. I am a firm believer. You're going to find I firmly believe in baby steps, but oh my gosh, baby steps work. They work. So I need to exercise more. So the other night when I was sad and depressed, I'm fortunate my sister has a treadmill. So I don't have to go outside. It's cold out there. I'm used to Southern California, Mississippi, North Carolina, Florida weather. That's what I'm used to. So being in Alaska, I am cold all the time. There's people running around in t-shirts, and I'm wearing, this. So, and I'm still cold. So I'm fortunate that my sister has a treadmill. So I got on the treadmill and worked out my feelings at that moment rather than grabbing a cookie. And I had to force myself. It did not come easy. I sat and watched a whole movie before I talked myself into doing it. But that's okay. I talked myself into doing it. So, like I said the other day, pick one thing pick one thing. If it's just making your bed every day, pick one thing. Well, so now I've overcome different steps. I make my bed every day. I do my dishes. I keep a clean house. I firmly believe a cluttered house is a cluttered mind. So keep your house clean. That's half the battle of your depression in my mind, because then you're depressed about your surroundings and you look around and you just feel glum. And so I do keep a clean house. I'm not fanatically clean, but I keep a very clean house. Anyone can show up at any time, and we're good. Anyway, so now what I'm doing is, when I got on the treadmill, I didn't run, because I'm not ready for that. I just walk. The treadmill starts out at some 0.5 miles an hour. That's too slow. That's seriously, you can crawl faster. For the first week, I put it on 1.5 miles and I walked for 10 minutes. That's not even, I think, a tenth of a mile, but you know what? I did it. For one solid week. I got on the treadmill every day and I walked at 1.5 miles per hour for 10 minutes. And there were days I said, I can walk more. I feel better, but I didn't allow myself. You don't allow yourself. You stick with your goal. My goal was for the next 7 days to walk 1.5 miles per hour for 10 minutes. And that's what I did. And now I'm up to 30 minutes. And, now I allow myself to bump it up. I bump it up to, I think, 1.9 miles an hour is a comfortable walk for me. But you do what's comfortable for you, what you know you can do over a long time, over a week, without giving it up. And that's what you do. And fuck everybody who doesn't get it. Oh no, you need to get your heart rate up and you need to burn sweat at least 20 minutes and you gotta blah, 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 blah. No, you fucking don't. No, you don't. Yeah, you need to do that if you want it to have real effect on your body. But right now, this is what we're working on. Because without this functioning, none of this matters. None of this matters if this isn't working properly. So get this working and the rest will fall into place, I promise. I know I'm supposed to say a disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a professional. Don't take what I say as fact. But I promise you start fixing this up here and you will have more energy to fix this up down here. I promise. And that's where I'm at. I'm at a place where... And I'm so proud because after what happened Saturday, I would have been in a dark place for a very, very long time. But instead, I called a friend of mine who's been through something similar, and I said, man, you got to talk me down off the ledge. And he did. That's just an expression. I was not on a ledge. I said, man, you got to talk me down off the ledge. This is what happened. This is how I handled it. I feel guilty. And he said, no, I handled it just fine. There's no reason to feel guilty, especially when you look back at the last 26 years. And I didn't call anybody else. I normally would have had about 3 people that I called to talk me down off the ledge. And all it took this time was that one phone call. And then I sat and watched the movie and kind of cried for a little bit and was sad. And then I got up on the treadmill. So I'm getting ready to do my treadmill right now. And, yeah, I'm going to do my treadmill for I'm up to 30 minutes at about 1.9 miles per hour, and I'm proud of that. It's not going to do a thing to help me lose weight, not going to do a thing to help me feel better and get my bones. But you know what? I did it. A month ago, I wasn't doing anything. So I did it, and I'm getting there, and I used to run an 11-minute mile, which is slow, but I can run, I think my best, but, and we're talking at 50 years old, 48, 50 years old. I was running an 8 to 10 minute mile, an 11-minute mile if I was taking my time. I don't know that I'll ever get there again. I don't care. I want to move. I want to get my body in shape. I want to get back to being the cute little petite thing I know I can be. And, And that's what I'm doing. So anyway, y'all have a good day. I have a 20-minute video. I can only imagine how long this is going to take to upload. But y'all have a good day. And tomorrow I think I'm going to talk to you about singing. I love to sing. And even if you're not into singing, I'm sure there's something you're passionate about. But tomorrow I think we're going to talk about singing. And what it really means is we're going to talk about what makes you happy that doesn't have to make anybody else in the world happy. All right? Thanks a lot. Have a great day. There will always be haters. There will be doubters. There will be non-believers. And then there will be you proving them wrong.